From the inception of the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits had always been in the frontiers. It was mandated by the founding fathers that the Society of Jesus ought to be on the move in search of the frontiers where others do not reach. This mandate received a further endorsement at the 35th General Congregation, where the Jesuits were missioned by the Holy Father to be at the frontiers in keeping with their charism. GC 35 explicitly invites the Jesuits to be at the frontiers in this globalized world. There are many new frontiers inviting the Jesuits in this global village, going beyond geographical boundaries. The province of Sri Lanka, wishing to give expression to this renewed mandate, taking into consideration the socio-political situation of the country, wishing to identify itself with the most wounded people of this country, mandated the Center for Promotion and Protection of Human Rights in Trincomalee to reach out to the victims of war. Thus came the birth of the Jesuit Social Center, Kilivetti, Trincomalee district in the eastern province of Sri Lanka in June 2008. This short documentary illustrates the services provided by the Jesuit Social Center at Kilivetti to the war-affected people. Though the war had concluded in May 2009, this film, taken in January 2012, illustrates the difficulties of the people trying to rebuild their lives. This frontier mission of the Jesuits in Sri Lanka invites all those who view this short film to join with us generously in accompanying the suffering, marginalized people. It was in 2008, when the roads and bridges were yet to be constructed, the staff of CPPHR from Trincomalee moved into Kilivetti, crossing 5 ferries to reach the displaced people of war in the Kilivetti region. Having no house of their own, the Jesuit scholastics with lay staff moved into a small rented building to be with the war displaced and accompany them in their efforts to rebuild their life. That story unfolds itself. Kilivetti is a small town at the crossroad connecting Vaticolo and Trincomalee towns of the eastern province of Sri Lanka. It is an agricultural village and of a farming community. It was under the control of the LTTE for a long time, and when the war broke out, it took a heavy brunt of the war. Being in a strategic location, connecting two major towns, the battle was intense to take control. Clivetti is today accessible in a 1 hour run by a vehicle from Trincomalee. When the roads and bridges were not done, it was a circular run consisting of 3 hours. Jesuit mission began soon after the war, and the Jesuit team took the 3 hour run to reach Clivetti to offer its services. Being under the control of the LTTE for a long time and neglected by the government for the same reason, the people suffered both from the LTTE and the government of Sri Lanka. The education of the children were much neglected. People faced various kinds of intimidation, killings, abductions, and disappearances. When the war broke out, all the inhabitants were displaced and sought refuge in Batticaloa and in Trincomalee. At the end of the war, slowly they returned to their villages to rebuild their broken lives. The unfortunate ones are still in camps because of a sinister plan by the government of Sri Lanka by offering their land to the Indian government through their companies to build a coal plant for generating electricity. Without any procedures and compensation, the people are being kept away from returning to their villages, with still keeping the people in refugee camps. Their lives is the reality of justice delayed is justice denied, even after 3 years of the conclusion of the war. There are 4 main internally displaced people's camps in the Moodur division. Malligethivu has 78 families currently, Clivetti has 600 families, Pattithadal has 350 families. These 3 camps are registered by the government. At Kattaparichan camp, there are 385 families and they are not registered by the government. These people are considered to be living with their relatives, though they are in the camp. Since this camp is not registered, they do not receive the free ration and other benefits which are provided to the people of other camps. The people in all these camps are from Sadhupuda, Sambur, Kunithivu and Kadakarachen. They were evacuated from their villages by the government for the purpose of building this coal plant in Sambur. There are about 120 families who have been resettled by the government at Ralpuri. The others were asked to move to several other places proposed by the government, which were not conducive for their living and farming. Therefore, these families, who are still in the camp for almost 5 years, insist that the government send them back to their own villages. These people in the camp undergo a lot of difficulties. Drinking water is one of their main difficulties in the camp. Other than that, their sanitary system is being a big hazard. During the rainy season, they undergo much trouble because the water logs in these areas. The children in the camp do not have proper schooling, and the parents have no means of giving them a proper education. Other than that, there is the danger of children and the girls of young age being abused. There are also cases of teenage marriages. In the midst of all, the Jesuit mission began its activities in 2008. The broken schools were being relocated or reconstructed. Life had to move ahead and it cannot be stagnant. Supporting the education of the children was the first priority. Cliverty Mission began its services with Brother Aniston being the pioneer. Having returned from his philosophical studies and entering into his regency period, he moved into the rented building along with our lay staff and commenced his missionary work of educating the youth. Soon, Brother Emil Susanta joined him. Both of them met the principal of Cliverty Mahavidyalaya and offered their services of teaching English to those students freely. Having not had an English teacher for years, it was a blessing to the school. Soon, CPPHR provided some computers to begin classes in computer skills. These students had not seen or operated a computer. It was a new experience of entering into the techno world. The students who completed their course on the basics of computers were given a certificate after an examination conducted by the Jesuit Academy of Trincomalee. The brothers also offered evening tuition classes for the most needy children. Most of the children from IDP camp benefited by these classes along with computer and English classes. The Jesuit Academy of Trincomalee also organized a seminar on the computer skills and provided its support. The students learned the basics of MS Office, Photoshop, and PageMaker to begin their life with the computer skills. Children and youth were the enthusiastic participants. This enabled the Jesuit brothers to establish contact with the parents, their life in the IDP camps, their struggles for studies and a better life, sharing their life and dreams not only benefited the students but also the Jesuit brothers who had passed through Cliverty Mission, Brothers Aniston, Lawrence, Tarangu, Emil Susanta, Lakshmina, and Merrill, and few others.
It has got. My computer's got a DVD player.
My name is Velmurugan Jeevana. My natural place is Jaffna. I am Cliverty IDP camp now. I am studying Cliverty Mahavidyalaya grade 8. My class teacher name is Victor Suja.
This is a bottle. This is and this and this bottles. I have a lovely fish tank. It has many kinds of fish. I feed them daily. I like the goldfish. First, my father helped me to clean the tank.
எனது பெயர் ஆர்த்தனா. நான் 6 கிலோமீட்டர் தூரத்திலிருந்து கிளிவெட்டியில் படிக்கிறதுக்காக வரேன். அங்கே எங்களோட ஊரில் ஆங்கில கல்விக்கான வசதி வாய்ப்புகள் இல்லை, படிக்கிறதுக்கான வசதிகளும் இல்லைன்றதுக்காக நான் கிளிவெட்டியில் வர நேரத்தில் இங்கே ஜேசுவிட் சமூக பணியகம் ஆங்கில கல்வி கணினி கல்வி தொடர்பாக வகுப்புகள் நடாத்தியது பற்றி நான் அறிந்தேன். அறிந்ததிலிருந்து ஜேசுவிட் சமூக பணியகத்திற்கு நான் வருகிறேன். ஆங்கில சொற்களையும் கணினி கல்வியையும் பெற்றுக்கொள்ள முடிகின்றது. பயிற்சி பாடசாலை ஆங்கில கல்வியுடன் இந்த ஆங்கில கல்வியும் கற்பதற்கு இலகுவாக இருக்கின்றது.
ஜெகதியா, நான் கிளிவட்டி நலமுறை நிலையத்தில் வசித்து வருகிறேன். மகாவித்தியாலயத்தில் தரமட்டில் கல்வி கேட்கிறேன். எந்த இடத்திலும் ஆங்கிலம் கற்பதற்கான வசதிகள் இல்லை. சமூக பணியகத்தில் கணனி ஆங்கில கல்வி கற்று வருகிறேன். சமூக பணியகத்தின் மூலம் ஆங்கிலம் கற்பதற்கான வசதிகள் கிடைத்துள்ளன. இதற்கு நான் நன்றி கூறுகிறேன்.
தற்போதைய சூழ்நிலையில் கணினி கல்வி என்பது மிக முக்கியமான ஒன்றாக இருக்கிறது. எங்களை முதல் பிரதேசத்தை பொறுத்தவரையில் கல்வி கற்பதற்குரிய வழிவகைகள் குறைவாக இருக்கின்றது. கடந்த கால யுத்தத்தின் பின்னர் ஜேசுவிட் சோசியல் சென்டர் மூலம் நாங்கள் கணினி கல்வியினை இலகுவான முறையில் கற்கக்கூடிய வாய்ப்பு கிடைத்திருக்கிறது. இதில் நானும் கூட ஜேசுவிட் சோசியல் சென்டருக்கு மிகவும் நன்றி கடமையுடனாக இருக்கின்றேன். கணனியை ஆன் பண்ணி ஆஃப் செய்வதற்கு என்ற ஒன்றே தெரியாமல் இருந்த காலத்தில் தற்போது கணனி ஒன்றை எப்படி தெரிவு செய்வது, அதன் மூலம் என்னெல்லாம் செய்யலாம் என்று நிறைய விஷயங்களை கற்றுக்கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். எல்லாம் அடிப்படை வலுவாக இருந்தது இந்த ஜேசி சோசியல் சென்டர் நடத்திய கணனி கல்வி தான். நான் கற்றுக்கொண்ட கல்வியானது எனது சகோதரர்கள் மற்றும் இந்த உறவினர்கள் கல்வி கற்ற நண்பர்கள் ஊடாக பலருக்கு நான் சொல்லிக் கொடுத்துருக்கின்றேன். அருட்சகோதரர்கள் எங்களுக்கு ஆங்கில பாடம் மேலதிகமாக எங்கள் ஆசிரியர் கற்றதை விட மேலதிகமான கணினி அறிவினை புகட்டியுள்ளார்கள். குறிப்பாக அவர்களுக்கு நன்றி சொல்ல கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கின்றேன். கணினி என்பது ஒரு எட்டாக்கணியாக தான் இருந்தது. ஆனால் தற்போது படிப்படியாக நண்பர்கள் கூட கணினியை பெற்றுக்கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். இருந்தும் சில சந்தர்ப்பங்களில் நான் கணினி கற்ற வகையில் என்னை கூப்பிட்டு சில விஷயங்களை விளங்கப்படுத்துமாறு கேட்டிருக்கிறார்கள். அப்போது நான் நினைத்தேன், ஜேசி சோசியல் சென்டர் பெரிய உதவியை எனக்கு செய்திருக்கின்றது என்று.
Once the children were slowly getting into the school, supporting them with education only was not sufficient. The society has to be built on stronger foundations. Various competitions were organized among the school children of nearby villages to bring them out of their nightmare experience of war and displacement. The Jesuit brothers organized art competition among the children of all the schools in that division. This was followed up by a drama competition. They also organized a sports festival. The cultural events such as Saraswati Puja, namely a day for the goddesses of wisdom, observed. For almost 30 years, the children of this area never had ventured out of their villages. The tension between communities, the fear of being arrested and harassed, the wartime conditions prevented these children from moving out of their villages to their own motherland, Sri Lanka. The Jesuit brothers, with the support of other Jesuit communities in the island, organized a cultural tour of the island. It was an experience for these young ones who have heard about their country and read about their country, now to see it for themselves. The cultural visit covered places like Sigiriya, Dambulla, Kandy, Nuwara. It accommodated the cultural and scenic side of the island. Having not forgotten the educational needs, the Jesuit brothers also provided the children of the IDP camp with education materials such as school materials, uniforms and shoes. The greatest gift that one can give to a fellow human being is to educate them and help them to grow in wisdom. This is part of Cliverty mission among the children and youth. Education is just not enough. CPPHR also engaged itself in educating the youth of their fundamental rights. CPPHR also conducted a course designed for the youth to create an awareness of the social, economic, and political problems faced by the country. It also made them become aware of the international dimension of human rights. At the end of the course, the youth themselves organized a Human Rights Day which was observed by all. The youth also received their certificates. Having entered through the education of the students and youth, the Jesuit brothers also did a study on the conditions of the people and their struggle for survival. Having identified the most vulnerable group, it was decided that CPPHR begin its support for them. The identified most vulnerable group was the war widows. There had been thousands who have lost their breadwinner due to the war and struggling to make a living to support themselves and their children. CPPHR, having selected this vulnerable group through the Jesuit Social Center, began providing them with livelihood assistance and gave them an opportunity to rebuild their lives with self-employment. To enhance their economic strength further, CPPHR also initiated a microcredit system with loan facilities. Today, many war widows have gained self-employment and leading a life with dignity.
எனது கணவரின் பெயர் யாத்திரை சுந்தரலிங்கம். 2008 ஆண்டு 6ஆம் மாதம் 15ஆம் தேதி கிவிரடியில் பிறந்தார். சோனா கவிலேந்திரன். 2009ஆம் ஆண்டு 5ஆம் மாதம் 20ஆம் தேதி காணாமல் போனார். ஒன்பதாம் ஆண்டு 10ஆம் மாதம் 17ஆம் தேதி சொந்த வீட்டுக்கு வந்து தொழில் ஒன்றும் இல்லாமல் மாவுடிச்சு கொண்டு மலையில் கொண்டு கொடுத்தேன். கொடுத்தது பிறகு மாத்திரிக்கிற மில்லு தந்த பிறகு அதிலிருந்து தொழிலை செய்து கொண்டிருந்தேன். பிறகு சின்னொரு கடையும் இப்போ திறந்து இருக்கு. இடித்து கொண்டு வருவது எனக்கு வருமானம் காணாத மாதிரி இருந்தது. இப்போ மில்லு கூட்டி வேலை செய்ய தொடங்கினது பிறகு வருமானம் கூடி கொஞ்சம் செலவுக்கு போதுமானதாக இருக்குது. 5000 வெறும் மாத்திரிக்கிறது கொடுத்துரு. 800 ரூபா அப்படி தான் கரண்ட் பில்லு போகும். மற்றதெல்லாம்